Well, hello everyone. Welcome back. Who'd have thought it? Hopefully you've all come through the coronavirus well. I hope your families are safe and have got through it without being too scathed by the situation. Who'd have thought that we would be back talking about football mid-June? I've got to be honest, I never saw it coming. I thought that was it. Surely we'll just close the season down, null and void, move on, start again from next season. What's the point? What's the point? Well, clearly this is everything we need to know about modern football, right? It's all about the money. It's all about making sure that the clubs still get the coin coming in, because without that money they won't survive. Some of them will, obviously the big ones, the ones that have got lots and lots of revenue streams, your Man United, your Arsenals, your Tottenhams, your Liverpools, those Man Cities, those kinds of clubs will get through. But for the guys at the bottom that don't have a rich sugar daddy, or that global appeal that some of the others have got, it'll be a difficult time. So I am a little bit what's the word? I feel a little bit sorry for those, and I can kind of understand why some of those clubs would want the season to continue. I can't help but feeling, however, that this is at the expense of people's safety. You're not allowed to go and have your hair cut in the barbers, because you might get too close to them while they're cutting your hair, spread the virus. Kids can't all go back to school, just in case. The Houses of Parliament are half empty, which ain't a bad thing, to be fair. But we can get 22 men or 30 men, whatever they end up being, running around on a pitch, being able to get up tight and close to each other so that they can protect the ball and stop a goal and all that kind of stuff. We can do that. We can do that because this virus knows not to attack those people, apparently. But am I glad that football's back? Yeah, of course. It's not going to be the same. So for me, as a fan living in Dorset, there is a little bit of change, because we obviously can't get up for the home games. Away games, I generally watch them on the TV anyway, only because to get to anywhere where there's a match going on, it's a good 3 hours to get to London before we get anywhere else. So, away games are fairly limited, certainly for me, sad as that is. But so watching on the TV is not going to be much of a chore for some of these games. I'm really interested to see how this fake crowd thing goes. I don't think I'm going to be a fan of it, but for some teams, maybe it'll put a bit of atmosphere in their stadiums. And if I put my hand on my heart, it's not been the greatest down at the new White Hart Lane, has it, to be fair? Peaks and troughs, little bits here and there. I wonder if we'll be hearing the Old Soul Campbell tune or the Yin Army or anything like that on the TV. See whether they censor that out or not. So it is going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting time. Standing start really for all the teams, in my opinion. I don't think this gives anyone an advantage, and I think it will come down to the talent in the squads. So if you've got a talented squad of players that have kept themselves fit, they won't be match fit, but they'll be fit. Then I think you'll probably see more from those teams, and we'll see where that takes us. I mean, for us, it's a benefit. All our players are now back. All those that were injured, apart from Japhet Ganga. I understand. I've seen some reports that he's got a stress fracture in his back, which is really sad because I think he's a cracking player. I really like him, and it's great to see a good old Ackley boy getting somewhere in the Tottenham team. So I hope that he recovers quickly. I'm not too concerned about this season. I just hope that he's okay for next season. I guess the best that we can hope for is some decent performances and see where that takes us. I think it's going to be a hard slog to get there, to get into the top four. I think it's doable, but it's going to be tough. You've got some other teams in and around there that are going to be battling for that, just the same. So I guess it's going to be one of those. Let's wait and see what happens. Man United as our first game, I guess it's a tough ask. We don't know how their training's going. We don't know how fit their players are. We don't know what mindset they're in and how these lockdowns have affected them. In the same way that we don't know how it's affected our players. So I guess we're just going to have to, watch it and scrutinise and see where we come out. So football's back, and I wasn't really expecting it. So I wasn't really expecting to do a video again. But here I am, ready to go again, and I guess feel the heartache. Get that close and then feel the heartache again. I think, do we get fifth? Think we're in the Champions League, and then Man City's sanctions get overturned. That kind of feels a little bit like a piece of us, doesn't it? A bit like when the Chavs won the Champions League when no one was expecting that and knocked us out. So it does feel a little bit like that for me. I am excited. I do want to see football, but it's not gonna be how we want it. Because for me, football's not just about the 90 minutes. It's not just about the match. It's about the travelling up with my pals, in the minibus, having a beer, having a sing-song, having a laugh, going into LTs and, listening to DJ Dell banging out a few tunes and jumping about, a couple of Jaeger bombs before we go down to the match, bit of a sing-song, that kind of stuff. And then either the joyous journey on the way home or the miserable sink into your can of beer journey way home, going through Twitter and going through YouTube and that to see what other fans have thought of the day. Those are the bits that I'm going to miss. And that for me is what football's about. It's not just about the 90, it's about, everything that goes around it. So, and I'm sure there's lots of other people that feel the same, because, we spend a lot of money, we spend a lot of time, it's a whole day thing for a lot of people. So, but it is what it is. There's people out there that have lost their jobs, there's people out there that have lost their lives. So we've got to be thankful that we're still in a position to be able to support our team and watch our team and enjoy these little things that are available. Hey ho, we'll see. Come Saturday, we'll be able to do a bit of a review of how it went. I'll see you then. Up the Spurs.